We are recording.
So we pick up on Helia, Lance, and Aster having been invited in one manner or another to the site of a massive, and I do mean this, massive gummy ship in one of the hangars underneath the school. And I say this in the sense of they needed the entire hangar to themselves. Kind of big. And as a result, or rather be right before being, able to see it, a good portion of your team had other things to do. Razz was stolen away by Azazel once they had gotten back and has barely let her out of their sight. Tsubasa got called by his parents to discuss some things, something that he had betrayed at least to Aster and to Arthur, before Arthur had been also called away, this time with being, as he says, politely bribed by his brother of spending time with their little sister. And he kind of dipped pretty fast, only saying that it's not the only reason that he's going. And Tsubasa kind of sheepishly ducked away in the surmounted chaos, though Aster, you easily caught wind that it was perhaps maybe a something to do with Tsubasa not saying much to his parents recently.
Yeah.
Lance, you recently came back from spending time with Killian off campus, and you basically got assailed by Helia being like, hey, you want to see something cool?
I don't know what it is, but I've heard it's cool.
How cool are we talking? Are we talking ice cold? Are we talking vintage gummy ship? Are we talking just room temperature?
I'm surprised you got it on the second one.
And this is around the time that Aster would have overheard, seeing them just gaffing about in the hall, right before going to the hangar.
The fuck? What are y'all doing? By the
Wouldn't
way,
you like to know, mother boy?
Okay.
Sorry, go
Aster
on.
looks horrible at the moment. Like, it's fully the farm boy clothes covered in what you hope is oil, and just smudges all over his face of something. What are you guys doing?
Why? Why do you look like you just got run over by a tractor?
Have you been cramming for
You
artificer
just asked
tests?
the farm boy why he looks like he almost got run over by a tractor.
Yes.
Yes.
I was fucking around with darkness, and my other clothes are kind of important to me, so these are the ones I'm fine losing.
You're unhinged. I need you to reattach at least one of your hinges.
So you don't want to see Missy's new form?
She has a new form?
Yeah. So,
I mean,
long
good
story.
for her?
Not-
Question mark?
Huh?
Good for her? Question mark?
They grow up so
Sort
fast.
of. I've learned a new trick of summoning. It's dangerous, and Missy was vocal about, like, if I tried to have anyone else do it, she'd strangle me. And I believe her.
I mean, oh, I'm not trying to say that. That was too mean. Anyway,
Go for it.
go on.
She's so
Coward.
much meaner than you can ever imagine.
Oh, I was going to say, well, yes, I do imagine you've sunk low enough for her to reach.
Actually, she's taller than me now.
Terrifying! I
fast.
didn't need anyone more being taller than me.
You are not.
All of you just hear the chuckling of the darkness around you.
Is that Missy?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Well,
You
I
have too
would
many-
know if it is Missy or not, is the thing.
You have a lot of summons in your shadow, would you?
Well, Miss is the only one who's had the evolution yet.
That's fair. Yeah, it is Misser.
He's just gonna smile. I'm working on a new name for her as well for this format, so she knows how important it is, and that I am proud that she was able to achieve it. I'm thinking Miss Sandra, maybe? But I want to get like a cool title. I make her a weapon? I should make her a weapon.
She already is a weapon, though, isn't she?
Well, part of the evolutionary thing is she is able to. The summons would essentially be able to inherit something from me, their
I will say
contractor.
that you guys are headed on the way to the gummy ship while you're explaining this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he fully was like, they're walking. He stopped them, starts walking with them, and it's like they kind of like take an aspect of me, kind of like loyalty or fealty. You would gain like a sword, but I can't give them weapons. I can give them weapons, but they don't earn them through the evolution. So they kind of take an aspect of me. I didn't mean for it to happen, but Missy has my strength now.
Horrifying.
Yeah, especially because I have a limit on mine. She does not. She's not as strong as full Herald strength, but it's about even for my version of it.
Good for her.
Yeah.
You
She
hear
is
a slight thank you.
Also, she can speak common now, so be careful of that.
I will
Her
make
sass
sure
is now
not.
multilingual.
I will make sure not to teach her any new words then.
Oh, she already knows them all.
Aw, takes all the fun out of it.
Aster was teaching the 3 meters how to swear when they were babies, so
Okay, to be fair, they already knew, and some of them taught me. Fucking rattles!
It's
The
It's at this
generational beef with rattles is my favorite bit.
I would say at this point, you guys, after mentioning that Iris gave you the she essentially what she did is she gave Helia a key card and said, "Hey, I can't be here at this current moment, but if you just show this key card, or if no one's there, swipe it through. Everybody who's with you at that moment can go through, but it will shut behind you and it will lock. So be careful who you bring in." So you do open it. Just a swipe of the card. There is someone there, but they see you have the card and they just kind of step out of the way.
yay!
And you step inside, and for those with dark vision, you see the entirety of the ship. And even from the door back near the gate, essentially, it is a massive frigate. It is a frigate that is in complete and total darkness right now. Helia, you kind of have the runway lit, essentially, so you aren't in total darkness, because Iris is also human.
Yep.
So you see the runway and lead up to the ramp and onto the ship, but you don't see how extensive it is.
No seeing, only vibes.
Mm-hmm. How do you both react with dark vision over there?
So what model of gummy ship is this?
You do not recognize this model.
How
History
old
check?
does it look?
Huh?
Does it have any like noticeable markings or noticeable wear and tear? How old does it look? Like, are there any insignias? Is that the right word I'm looking for? I think.
Make a perception check with disadvantage. Impressive.
I'm not gonna look. I'm not
You rolled
looking.
2 14s.
Oh! Hey!
I will say it's not high enough to notice any markings, but there is significant reparations haven't been done in the recent, and you notice that some portions of the outer hull are noticeably cleaner, noticeably finer, noticeably not replaced, but like cleaned. In other places have a lot of rust and some bolts are missing, but they don't seem to affect the actual integrity of the hull somehow. It seems old. You can tell from the way the rust sits that it must have been pulled out of an ocean of some kind, a real ocean.
So which is it? The
What's up?
what direction? What part of the map is it located?
Towards in front of where you are currently situated. It is
So
towards
over this way.
over that way.
And I'm
It's
assuming
kind of towards the middle.
these are like windows.
Not quite. They're very, very shut. Like, I'm talking. To put it to you simply, they're on lockdown mode.
Hmm.
So there's windows probably, but God forbid if you're seeing through them
Okay,
or
but
into them.
so it is still like visible above this though?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just like a few hesitant steps forward.
Well, you're not on the ship yet. How do you respond to the actual ship itself? That's what I was implying.
Ah. Well, yeah. Wait, so you're saying this area is this area the ship or is it just part of the hangar?
That area is part of the cargo bay of the ship.
Oh.
That is
Okay.
where you're entering onto it. You are not currently on it, but you will be after both of you respond with your dark vision of how you see and respond to the ship in its condition.
There's just a few steps forward, just like if a person could have stars in their eyes, that would be what would happen. What that would be what would be happening.
Okay. And Aster.
History check.
Alright, what are you trying to recover from this history check?
If I can recognize at least the shape and model, like when it would be like make and model, not shape. My bad.
Okay. Go ahead.
Nope.
It's out of your league. Whatever it
Yeah.
is, it's either very old or very, very private. Like, I'm talking either very classified or very, very old. But as you both take in that sort of information, realizing it's both old, been drug out of the water somehow, has seemingly is still in very good condition despite the rust. Helia, you step onto the ramp first, and what is your passive perception? Real quick.
15.
You're
Oh,
the
wait.
first. Hmm?
Yeah.
You're the first one to, I guess, notice. The others, I think your perception is higher, so when you get onto the ramp, you will notice this.
Yeah, I got 17.
I got 8.
Yeah. Helia's just the first one to notice this. You spot inside the cargo bay, and it is the cargo bay. You're fully aware of how a gummy ship operates, that you don't load on to like the cockpit or the main deck, because usually when they're pulled out of anything, let alone the water, it's probably going to be closed aside from what they pry open. Kind of like recovering from a deep sea dive in the middle of the ocean. You don't just immediately go to the middle of the ship, you know?
Yeah. You go from starboard or port, and you kind of just move to center.
Right. You specifically notice two things, because they're so evident that even a 10 would have gotten them. You spot that there is nothing in this cargo bay. Nothing. Not even a shelf, not even a tool, not even a box. There is nothing. And two, as you step onto the actual platform beyond the doorway, like into the cargo bay itself, you see soft, kind of purplish blue lights lining the entire room into an open door on the left-hand side. It is slowly going in and out. Kind of like a, I don't know how else to explain it. It feels very much like Iris told you this. It is on sleep mode. You have to wake it up. She said it was sentient in her idealization of the matter. This very much does feel like something is sleeping. Though you cannot tell if it is actually sentient from this perspective or if it is just sleeping, like a sleep mode, rather than sleeping.
Hard to tell if anything is sentient when it's asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you are inside the ship now if you want to do any discoveries. It is pitch dark. This room is lit up because there is an actual chandelier overhead that seems to have turned on the moment you walked in. Like turned on, not got lit, turned on.
Just gonna glance at Lance and go, "You think power saving reasons it's only gonna turn on lights in rooms where it detects movement?"
Could be.
Well, it is. Iris said something about a sleep mode or actually sleeping. She was unclear on which one it is as of current.
What, you think this ship might be alive?
I mean, it's not impossible. A high enough, you know. One second. Words are hard.
Yes.
To revise
Welcome
that
to playing-
sentence.
Welcome to playing a very smart character which you know nothing about.
No, it's not
That's what I
that.
do for
I
me.
started that sentence with the incorrect words, and then my brain was like, I can't fix the sentence.
It's
Yeah.
like
What I was
it's like sorry.
Yeah, this might take an hour.
the grammar isn't grammaring.
Yeah.
Well, it's possible a complex enough AI is functionally sentient.
Lance,
Mm-hmm.
with your 18 specifically, you glance towards the door as she's speaking, as she's explaining this, of going through and being like, well, a complex enough AI is functionally sentient, right? And you see the lights on the door are not flashing, but going a little faster every time she speaks. As if... Make an insight check for me. See if you can decipher what that means.
Insight the ship, Lance. Do it.
Insight. There it is. Roll. Hello? Is it? Ooh. Oh no!
It sure
I don't
is
know.
flash. Yeah, it is sure is flashing on and off in interims that you do not understand.
Ah, yes. These lights are made of light.
Yeah. These lights are made of something you do not even understand with that.
These lights sure are pretty.
But yeah.
Alright. Tweedledum and Tweedledee, are you coming?
This feels very much a do androids dream of electric sheep?
What is this machine again? Because I was eating.
This is a chandelier.
Yeah, it is a chandelier that turned on the moment you set foot in the cargo bay. Like, turned on. There was no, like, candles inside of it.
Arcana check.
Roll Arcana. So, the first thing that comes to mind is pretty basic. It's basically a motion detection light. However, this seems a little off, because this was on before you set foot onto the cargo bay. And, like, you recognize that. It was already on, meaning either Iris is somewhere far ahead, or it doesn't register movement at all and was turned on by an outside or inside source. That being said, what you gather is that it is powered purely by Arcana, though you do not know what kind. Like, you don't know what's kind of school of magic, essentially.
Hey, Tweedledum and Alice, come here real quick.
Incorrect. Lance is Tweedledee.
Not with those rolls. You guys know.
Hey!
You guys know different schools of magic, right?
Eh,
'Cause
Kind
all
of.
I know is I know the cleric. I know cleric magic. Normally, you know, stuff like abjuration and evocation. I think one or two spells of necromancy too. Oh, I have hold person. That's enchantment.
As a cleric, you would have a specialization in healing, not necessarily in any wizard class schools.
Yeah, that's why he's like, and also, you know, the whole warlock stuff wouldn't have any of that either. So he's like, you guys got any idea what the fuck kind of magic is this? Because this was on before we came. And you said, is Iris here?
Iris is not
shrug
here.
emoji.
Like, you did
Okay.
not. She said that she had something to do, and like gave Helia the key.
Okay, so I say here, motion activated lights, but they were on when we got here. So outside or inside, something turned them on, and they're powered through magic. Can you guys tell what kind of magic? And with
Maybe
that,
the
I will give.
ship.
I'll give one of them the help action to the
Sure.
reading of if they want to make an Arcana roll to decipher which kind.
Lance does kind of just tap one heel against the floor. Maybe this ship isn't as asleep as we thought it was?
Mm. Lance, what is your Arcana?
It is 6.
You want me to make the roll? I've got a +9.
Go for it.
You will do it with advantage. Because
Hey!
I'll take that.
oh, yeah.
Helia, you didn't really pay any mind to this device above you, and it is a device. It's not a light. It is something that sheds light, you know that much, but it is not a light in and of itself. It is basically a cursory detection system that is always on. Thus, it is using the least amount of power, and it is the only source of light in this room. That being said, you know this kind of device, but you don't know this model. Even with the 29, even with the 29 natural 20, this is a very, very very old model of something that is basically so compact now. It's like the difference between an original laptop and what we have now.
The thing that could be used as a violent weapon versus, oh no, I flicked the screen too hard, it broke.
As we
Right.
refer to them in my house, the boat anchors.
Yes, it's the difference between a boat anchor and a MacBook.
Yeah. You just watch Helia tilt her head as she looks at it and going, I'd take it apart, but it's so antique, I think I'd break it.
Another thing that you notice is that the source of magic that is powering it, you're pretty sure shouldn't exist anymore.
What's up?
It's weird and antique, and I don't understand how it's working.
What do you mean you don't understand how it's working?
Because it shouldn't.
We
fuck
could
does that
always wake
mean?
up.
What?
the ship.
Explain!
Could always try to wake up the ship and ask it. Her?
Whoa, hold on. No. First of all, seen enough horror movies not going out first. You explain.
Well,
And like he points at Lance, by the way, when he says, you're not going out first.
You've watched too many horror movies.
Honey, I've watched too many horror movies and you're too pale. You're not going out first. You're not going out stupid. Helia, explain.
Listen, the virgins always survive. I'm fine.
Not deigning that with a response.
Helia, how do you respond?
I need you both to get help. But motions at the thing again and goes, I'm fairly certain it's running on magic that just either doesn't or shouldn't exist anymore.
Oh, cool. So it's either going to be... I'm just going to go ahead and take a gander here now. We're either going to find something that's so old, I should probably be worried as a being of, who has, like, a hand in darkness. At this point, it's my whole fucking arm, but still. Or we're going to be worried because it's going to be like murder, regardless.
I'm going to need you to take your pessimism
This
and put it
isn't-
somewhere else for the next 2 hours. Does that sound
this isn't a
reasonable?
Space Odyssey.
Sure.
This isn't a space odyssey. The AI is not going to. I'm afraid I can't do that. Like,
I'm afraid I can't let you do that, David.
You do that too well. Don't do that again. If I can't be pessimistic, you can't do that again.
Deal. Alright, come on. I want to see this thing. I assume this here is the door.
Yes.
And door
It's-
is
it's-
open.
Yes. You do see the light hanging overhead, mainly because it is noticeably turned on the moment you walk up to it and illuminates like a good 20 to 30 foot radius.
Yay,
But
lights.
But beside that, it is pitch black outside of that radius.
It's spooky in here, guys.
how spooky could it be?
One moment.
Mhm.
My roll 20 crashed. I had to restart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong. My roll 20 is not doing great. Even though now the graphics are uncapped, it's lagging more than it has ever been.
Then
Well,
put it
maybe
back on.
don't-
Or
Maybe
no,
don't uncap it, maybe cap it at like 60 frames.
it's capped at 30. I put it back to 30. And it's lagging like hell.
Maybe restart the browser.
I was about to say, in your actual browser settings, is graphics acceleration turned on?
1 second.
I believe in you.
Believe in the us that believes in you.
You better not.
Genuinely do not.
Why were there
What
two
am I-
nodes?
What? Hold on. What am I trying to find?
Graphics
Tala.
acceleration.
Graphics acceleration. I know in Chrome it's in browser under system settings, so.
Yeah, it's on.
Peculiar.
Watch. Now that we've made light of it, it's gonna be fucking smooth and clean. Yep.
So, is everybody good now?
Si, senor.
Lance and Aster, you step out into the hallway?
Yes.
Yeah, and immediately Aster's gonna cast the cantrip, or use his cantrip, and he gets from Warlock and just go light.
Where do you place it?
He'll pull out. Hold on, let me check his inventory. I think he's got something. Nope, not that one. Come on. He will pull out a little ink pen and just touch. It's now lit like a pseudo torch.
Glow stick.
Yeah, glow stick. Hands it to Helia. Here, you need this.
You all need it as you step out into the radius of light and find that not even those with dark vision see past that radius.
This isn't just. This is advanced darkness.
Magical darkness, maybe?
The only light that is currently being shown is flickering in the distance. You see a row of braziers almost in front of you. But they are between you and darkness.
Well, when in doubt, head towards the light.
No. And it's gonna like stop both of them. Go, hold on, both of you, calm down.
You're the one
What?
getting worked up.
Do you
You
have a
need to
better
calm
idea?
your downs.
Yeah, because I have an idea. Hey, yo, Zipper. And it's just gonna be the poke from the back. What's up?
As you step closer towards the radius, it's a short distance in front of you, but you can see further. And you find you can still see behind you as well.
Magical darkness. I'm telling you.
Give me that pen.
No, it's mine. You gave it to me.
Actually, hold on. This may be a bad idea.
Yeah.
However, I'm gonna cast Spark Dart.
What?
Spark Dart?
Yes, and just throw a playing card right around here. just into the dark.
Lance,
Yes?
you throw a spark dart cantrip. Simple. You've done it thousands of times before just to test it and sometimes just to show off. You throw the playing card, and instead of it lighting up, the electricity that courses through this copperized playing card, this metal playing card, it zips to the side towards the brazier. And a little bit more light shows up.
I think I know what we have to do.
Yeah.
See that's magic?
Basically, yes. I wonder if it's a specific type of magic.
I have an idea as well.
Alright. You've taken like 15 foot of movement in total between all of you guys down a hallway.
He's gonna look at Helia and go, I will be okay. And Aster's
See, now
gonna
that's the
take his full movement bolting down the hallway.
See, now that's the type of thing that would happen before someone dies in a horror movie.
He needs help.
He bolts into the darkness. It illuminates every time they get closer, so he wants to see if it's following them. Hey, look at that.
And very specifically, the one brazier that you see flares up a bright blue as you pass it.
Oh, fuck!
Why
He's
are
gonna
you
look-
cursing?
Because I know what this is!
Do you?
Yes! It is situational flow. Basically, watch. Okay, so you know how that brazier is now blue lit, and that one ahead of us isn't? Flop. I stand over here. I bring the light from where we were at, that lamp, that chandelier, to that new brazier, and by getting close to this one,
It turns a softer blue as you get close.
the flow of power continues. We're in a circuit. You fucker.
Are you sure you're not a circus?
No, I'm a farm boy. He's gonna walk
Are you sure I could mistake you for a clown some days?
over here, see if he can find the other side of the hallway.
I think I killed Nia.
Not hard.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Don't even worry about it.
You don't see the edge of the room yet.
Helia's just gonna keep following the wall because that seems safe.
Where's the fun in being safe, though?
I want to get to the cockpit without walking into something.
How wide is this goddamn hall? Like, as he's completely going off just to see if he can find
Maybe.
the other end of the wall.
What if it's not a hall? What if it's...
No, it's a hall.
Oh, okay.
Aster, a foot from walking into a wall.
You do see an unlit brazier that does not come on when you get near it.
He will walk up to it, and I would like to investigate it. And to show how I am investigating it, he's going to kind of see if it's like dusty, kind of wipe it off, see if he can take a peek into the inner part of the brazier. That's a lamp I just described, my bad. He's going to check if there's any wood or anything that would normally be used as a fire accelerant in it.
Go ahead and roll.
Well, my rolls are shit today.
They're not that bad. You could have rolled a nat 1.
I don't think I've gotten over a 15 today.
Now you know how it feels. Anyway, moving on.
Yep.
Mr. I'm a paladin, I can't roll above a fucking 15 anyway. I'm not bitter. It's fine. Anyway.
Uh-huh. Okay, I believe
you. Okay, Ozzy. Anyway. What you do see is that there is no accelerant in this painted metal brazier.
He's gonna pull out his tinderbox, and he's gonna kind of dig through it.
If the other ones were magic, what makes you think this is going to be a standard one?
Because magic, it needs some realistic base. If it has no base, it's like, oh well, yeah, you're starting a fire that will die out within minutes. This is why and like as he's saying this, he's putting the dry cloth soaked in light oil around the brazier base, and he's just gonna be like, you gotta fucking think conventionally. How are these things gonna work without normal stuff? It can't just all be magic all the time.
Both of you.
It has to have, huh?
Yep.
Both of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The cloth, as soon as it touches the metal base of the brazier, is completely dry again, and there's a soft blue light on the top of the brazier.
Flaps, turns, flips off Lance of like, get wrecked.
In my defense, you didn't actually light it this time.
No, I did not. I just gave it the fuel base. Now that it's lit, can I do a proper investigation on what is actually igniting it? Or insight?
Sure. You can roll insight or investigation, or arcana.
I'll use insight since it's my highest stat.
Well,
I
yeah,
needed
so
it.
was Lance's.
I
needed it.
That's gonna annoy me. Hold on, give me a second. There we go. Now I get it. I understand now.
Some of it is still a pixel off.
Shut up. It's like super translucent on my screen. It's hard to see.
Oh god damn it! I just recognized what you guys were talking about. Oh. Oh, it's so much worse though. I'm not gonna say why, but
Lance. As you approach, it's hard to make out at first. But you see the wall, the way that the patterning changes from the outside exterior hull kind of material to something akin to a thicker, heavier metal. Almost like it's keeping something protected. And then, as you think that, you see a brazier, a chandelier erupt into life above a door that is closed. It has a symbol on it, but you do not recognize what it is.
Is there something
Not
I
off.
can roll Arcana or History to recognize? Or would it be Religion?
It would be history, and I'll let you roll it because you pointed it out.
Hey.
You remember this symbol because you saw it on a book once. Not just any book, Xemnas's book. This is Xemnas's writer's signature.
I have an idea about who this ship might belong to. Or might have
Yeah.
belonged to. You
Well,
remember the book Xemnas gave us, right? Or gave...
Gave you specifically?
Yes.
Aster shaking his head, just like dude, I don't think I was there. Or was this
You-
the library thing? I was there. Never mind.
No,
This was
Aster
before
wasn't
the
there,
library.
but Aster's been informed of this before.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Helia?
Lance!
You remember the book?
Yeah, more or less, yes.
And the writing that was in it?
No, no one ever showed me the writing, I just saw the book.
I think this ship, or at least this room, might have belonged to a friend of Xemnas's. Too many S's.
Too many S sounds. I'm pretty sure his name has more X's than it does S's, but anyway.
Xemnas. Oh my god, his name is Mansex.
Shut up!
That's like a genuine Aster revelation, by the way, as you guys were talking about it.
Ugh.
Is there any noticeable Good. Is there any noticeable lock or what was
Did the
Whoever's
fucking
whispering.
demon escape? Cherry? Help?
Who whispered into their mic? Who did that?
I heard someone yell from a distance.
I think that might have been Cherry losing her shit.
Oh god.
Because neither of them are responding right now. Whether Cherry has realized that she's muted or not, or it's just that their Ren's walked away because of my sillies. I feel kind of bad about it. Hello? Oh, please don't let this be where I broke.